that puts an awful lot of pressure on your two full-backs, and that's something that's going to have to be watched here tonight. If the Fury wide players are able to get in behind the full-backs and stream some midfield.
Two players returning from last year's W League Championship side. Phillips, obviously the captain, really the heart and soul of this Ottawa Fury team for
so long. So they really have to make sure they gel quickly. They've gotten off to a great start. They've got to have it continue tonight. Just a quick point. We talked about this little diamond in central midfield, and the fact that Laval.
Amanda Fancher sends that one long, headed away, and the Comets control in the midfield. Good ball movement from the visitors. Danica chasing us for years, at least in terms of how they've done in the division. They've won the division 9 times, so people know that it's a very competitive squad. And you know, really,
once again, in championship frame of mind to make sure they get back to playoffs this year, and he was looking for an assistant to help him out. And it's a terrific view we get to watch wonderful talent. But it is nice, and it's the same thing with everything else. As much as your players are going to move on, your coaching staff maybe look to move on. Unfortunately for the Fury, Ull just wasn't able to flick the foot out and knock it over the top of the goalkeeper. It's still 1-0 for Laval. But better penetrating ball there by the Fury. The first 2 or 3 of the evening have not found their target towards you and create space for the shots. If you just keep playing it back to your defenders, Graham, it makes it so easy for Laval just to sit and do exactly what they've done there when Jasmine Phillips kicks the ball up the park.
She continues to survey her options here. Sends a long one over the top.
I think a lot of times players that are coming from other teams or
Mackenzie Bricker plays that to Sarah Robbins. Back to Bricker. Morel doing a good job of moving it around in close quarters here. Kelsey Wilson sends that one over.
Of that left-hand post that Jasmine Phillips was guarding, so no danger there for the Fury. A bit of a let-off, but a good opportunity for Laval to stretch this lead into 2-0.
Comets still with control. Amy Petrangelo to Mackenzie Bricker. Rather make that Sarah Robbins. Robbins spots Joannie LeBay making.
Well, there we see number 6, Sarah Robbins. She's had a terrific first half. 32.5 minutes gone here in this first half, Graham. She's sat in front of the back 4. She's the back end of that diamond we talked about, and she is just mopping up every single play in midfield that's going Laval's way here right now. She's starting plays going into attack. She's winning balls. I didn't win it in the air there, but she's winning balls in the air. She's winning tackles, and she's driving this team forward right now. And Ottawa doesn't have an answer for her. She's been the best player on the park for my money right now in these first 33 minutes.
Sharon Delage, the goal scorer, under pressure, goes back to Sarah Robbins. Danica Wu, again back to Robbins. Controlled on the near side by Joannie LeBay.
AW United, Kitchener-Waterloo area, and a lot of the players from local universities, some wonderful players. It's been quite poor in all honesty. The passing's been poor, the movement has been pretty much non-existent, and it has to improve. It really has to get better here in the second half, or they're looking at their first loss of the season.
Danica Wu close any of those through ball opportunities. Karen Gernon tries to make a run here. That one knocked away. Duguay gets it to Danica Wu. Wu turns off some pressure, back into the middle. Sarah Robbins. Joannie LeBay. Mackenzie Bricker intercepted by Corey Chapik. Plays that one back to Robbins. Right to the wide side for Catherine Acton. Doesn't get much behind that one. Karen Gernon first on it for the Fury. She sends that one forward, knocked away by Duguay. Again, Sarah Robbins there for the Comets. A lot of responsibility in the role that they have Robbins playing tonight, and thus far through almost 44 minutes, she's been flawless in that role.
She's been absolutely terrific, Graham. Everything you would want in a holding midfielder, just protecting that back 4, but ready to realise when a ball needs to get played forward for attack. She quickly does it.
I don't think she curled it the way that she wanted to, right into Geneviève Richard. Easily handled that one.
Well, I'm sure on the 2 hour, whatever hour drive the Laval had to get up here this afternoon, Geneviève Richard was thinking, I'm going to be in for field. She's such a big body, you can get the ball to her feet and she can hold it up pressure-wise.
Sarah Robbins with a chance. There's a strike, great save from Jasmine Phillips to knock that one away.
What a terrific strike by, quite possibly, as we said, the player of the game so far for the Laval Comet, number 6, Robbins. But that was a terrific save by Jazz Phillips. She saw it all the way, to be fair. She was able to set herself properly, get the body shape perfect. But here it is, as the corner comes into the top of the box. It takes a bounce, it sits up nicely for her. She puts everything through it. And there's Phillips with a wonderful diving save to her left.
Jasmine Phillips with the long boot forward. Corey Chapek unable to get it.
You have to see far more. Fullbacks pushing down. We just saw Zadowski with a shot. Gurning up there in support earlier on, and we just talked about. That's a lot better. It has
line. Fancher can't get enough on that one to Holly Hine, and it's intercepted. Now Sarah Robbins. Sending that one out wide. Holly Hine looking to win it back for Ottawa. Zadorski now. Again, knocked down in the midfield by the Comets. Will fall to Holly Hine. To Corey Chapek. Good touch there by Sarah Robbins to win back possession for Laval. Ball played forward. Phillips out to challenge.
I just wonder if she picked up an injury on that last play where she mishit it. She may have kicked the ground first, Graham. And number 12 has come in, Tessa Gavilski, for the Ottawa Fury. So, oh dear,
trouble here as Enrique in clean on Phillips. Oh. Joanny LeBay under pressure, plays it inside for Wilson. Robbins plays that one outside nicely, easily handled by Jasmine Phillips. Long boot forward. Marissa Duguay first under it for Laval. Tessa Gavilski gets a touch for Ottawa. That one right to Catherine Acton, knocked down by Sharon Delage. Robbins plays that one out wide.
Just terrific by Robbins. Just opened her body there, Graham, let the ball run across. The defender gets sucked right in, and she was able to start an attack for Laval.
Corey Chapek to Holly Hine. Hine looking for Taylor Uhl. That pass in behind her, intercepted. Now the Comets again looking to counter. To Chantal Dumont. Sends that one through easily, hands being iced right now.
On there, yes.
And I'm wondering if when that ball was played through and Phillips came out of the goal, we saw Fancher go down, and wondering if she took a knock in that process.
I think she mishit a ball about 10-15 seconds prior to that breakaway. And that it caused possession to be turned over to Laval, and I just wondered if she didn't think it was a foul at the first time that I saw it. The referee obviously agreed, kept the whistle out of the mouth, and allowed play to continue. That's a lovely ball. Oh, she's been absolutely top class tonight, hasn't she, Robbins, Graham? She's just been absolutely wonderful.
Good challenge there by Corey Chapek, but the Comets still in possession here. And now the breeze has started to pick up, and things starting to cool down here at Algonquin College. Liz Mill knocks out.
Players like that being out with their team for 1 or 2 games at a time. And right now, unfortunately, they just haven't been able to do it. Laval have dominated this game. They pretty much bossed the midfield the entire evening. And I'm sure that'll be something Coach Oliveri will be a little bit disappointed in. Some of these players that maybe been getting a chance to shine here tonight just haven't done it.
For the Fury, Alicia Mottershead. Looking for Koval, good defensive play there to knock it away. Now they look to counter. As Enrique tries to play that one back for Wu, but ends up on the boot of Sarah Robbins.
It ends up being the player of the game, and right now we have to give it to Sarah Robbins. She's driven this team, there she is once again. She's driven this team forward. She's done a terrific job on the defensive side of the game, and right now, minutes away almost, Laval from a historical win for them here tonight, their first ever win against the Ottawa Fury, and I'm certain with the 300 plus that are in attendance here tonight, that certainly wasn't on the cards. Sarah Robbins, number 6 for Laval, is the player of the game here for tonight.
Final score here this evening, the Laval Comets 1 and the Ottawa Fury 0. We'll be back to wrap things up just after this here on Rogers TV.